Hello, hello there. And we are live. See ya, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to the crossover show, people. It's a crossover, people. Crossover show, people. Yeah. And this crossover is for, of course, the first one. Um, Prem Talk with Ola and Claude, and of course, my second show with Oregon Gooner, of course, down here with me. See, people, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm happy. I mean, I can't even get my words out because, I mean, I'm so happy with what I'm seeing. Aston Villa drop points. Yeah, I mean, Aston Villa drop points, people. All today. Yeah, City drop points. I mean, people, what now? What now? See, yeah, let's welcome Ola to the frame, my guy. Ola, you're welcome to the show. How you doing, bro?
Hey, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do, my people? What's happening, people in the chat? If you're watching on live, whether you're watching on playback, big up to every single one of you. Salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my people. We here, man. We here. Big up on yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Ola, the Fight Week show. And of course, my brother, Oregon Gooner in the house. People, welcome, Dal. Dal, how you doing, bro?
I'm feeling a little bit shameless today, fellas. A little bit shameless today.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to be, my boy. You're allowed to be. You know what I mean?
I had to watch the Deji meltdown while I was watching the Spurs game today. So, yeah, it was fantastic. He was calling for his own club to lose, asking for his own club to lose today to stop us from lifting glory. Let's give Deji a po. Take that, Deji. So anyway, good to be here as usual.
Man, shut down.
Yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it, people. See, Ola, let's walk straight right into it. I mean, what are we waiting for? Yeah, there's no need for gimmicks or radio guy gimmicks. I mean, let's walk in. It's a trap. Let's get our legs on the trap, innit? See,
Yeah,
Ola,
talk to me, man.
what would you have to say about that City and Tottenham Hotspur game that would just witness my brother, bro? Talk to this people.
First of all, yeah, it's nice to see. You know what I mean? Tottenham do what they always do to City, take points off of them. Yeah, that's a standard thing. You know what I mean? We're not going to sit here and act like that's a new thing, right? But last season, it was a little bit different for them. Them, man, they were really willing to drop points for City and roll over to the point where some people even thought Son missed a shot on purpose. You know what I mean? Just so you know what I mean, it wouldn't help us. It wouldn't help us out. But I've always said, right? For me, it was more of a case of let's concentrate on what we're doing. And if we handle what we're doing, it don't really matter what those guys behind us are doing. It don't matter what Villa's doing. It don't matter what City's doing. And the reason why I say City in particular, because with Villa, I know they're in Europe, right? They're in Europe. And I said this to you the last time me and Tony was on the show. I said, people don't remember. Villa plays City on the last day of the fucking season, man. I don't know if Villa's still chasing top four or trying to be in top four, especially if they go deep in Europe, because we know how intense Unai Emery loves to take his European competition, and he's going to take Villa far in this Europa League. They're going once that kicks in, the second phase of the Europa League, they might start, you know what I mean, dwindling a little bit in the league. So I wasn't really expecting them to put up much of a fight. It was more City that I was thinking about and I was looking at, and I thought to myself, when you look at them, their defense ain't all that. They can buy Gehi, they can, but even when they had all their defense, they're not moving the same way that we defend on. You know what I mean? So for me, I just thought if it was defense for defense, we're probably going to be able to out defend them. But as far as outscoring them, that's where we needed to click. And it looks like 29 has brought a new life into serving Gyökeres and giving Gyökeres new looks when they're on the field of play. So, look, I'm happy with the performance we did yesterday. I was in the chat with you yesterday in Famous Dow, and I said yesterday, we're not going to concede yesterday. I said it yesterday. I said it in the when was live with Leeds. Leeds predicted 2-1. I think
Are you confirming that Arsenal? Are you confirming that Arsenal's defense is the best in the league and the best in Europe? Are you confirming that?
Bro, it's not confirming it. It's obvious. It's there for everyone to see.
Okay.
Data says
I just wanted
so.
to get that out there.
Yeah, we've been the best defensively this season. Even though we've had our moments where we weren't really covered in glory. You know, we've seen it with the United game, even with the Kairat game. You know what I'm trying to say, where we're conceding goals that we shouldn't be conceding. The Chelsea game, giving Garnacho 2 stupid goals. Like we've had our moments, but even in spite of that, we're still better than most of these guys defensively. And I always edge our bets when we got all our defense. When they all fit, I'll always edge our team to our defensive team to be better. But for me, the one standout person that's been colossal for where we've been this season has been Declan Rice. That brother has been colossal for where we've been this season. And I said it to you, Tony, the last time. I told you I put $50 on us to win the league, win the League Cup and the Champions League. I told you that. And I done that a while ago. I generally, Tony, you've been working with me for a while now, yeah? You know, I don't even come out saying Arsenal's going to do this, Arsenal's going to do that.
Yeah, sure.
Come to the end of the season. I will say, go find anywhere on the internet where I said Arsenal's going to win the league. You won't find it. But this season, I've put my nuts on the line. I've put my nuts on the table, like Kenny always say. Big up my brother, yeah? I put my nuts on the table. I put my money where my mouth is. And I put $50. I put $50 on Arsenal to do the thing, man. You know what I'm trying to say? So, hey, let's keep going. We're so close yet so far. You know what I'm trying to say? So close yet so far. But we got to keep plodding along. We got to keep churning out performances. We got to keep picking up points. And eventually we're going to get to the promised land. I really feel that.
Yeah, well, thanks for that, man. See, Oregon Gunner, put this into perspective. 3 days ago, I had a show with Northside and Lee Gunner and some other guys, but those are the two notable people I had a show with on Northside's channel. And me and Lee Gunner were going at it. And he was saying that Arsenal would lose against Leeds at Ellen Road. That's a different topic. We'll go into that later on.
Yeah, he changed his mind, by the way.
And again,
before the kickoff, he changed his mind.
And again, I was telling him that this season is such a shitty season. Yeah, it's such a shitty season that these teams are dropping points. Arsenal will drop points. City will still drop points. I told him 3 days ago. I also still told him that Aston Villa will still drop points because I just don't know what's going on this season yet. It looks like these mid-table teams don't want to agree. They're more better, they're more quicker, and they're more inept on how to stop these bigger teams on how to get points. They set up differently when they meet bigger teams. But this is the thing. Today, we're seeing Man City drop those points. I don't want to tell Lee Gunner I told you so, but brother, I told you so. Aston Villa today drop more points today again. I told you so.
I think
Arsenal drop points against Man United. Good and okay. No worries. Oregon Gunner, Man City, drop points. Aston Villa, drop points today. What do you have to say?
I feel pretty shameless today.
Hey, be shameless, bro. Be shameless. Every other fan base is shameless. Every other fan base is shameless. Be shameless with them.
Man stunned into Tottenham fans today, bro.
No one has the answer, especially. No, listen, I predicted a 1-1 because a lot of it is that you never know what we're going to after we lose to United. I'm sorry, the game against Kairat was very average, giving away a penalty in the first 10 minutes. That doesn't build confidence, right? So you kind of think that we're on this slippery slope already. But what happens is we galvanize the squad, we get together, we put on a pretty incredible performance against Leeds. But my thought going into that game, Tony, was, are we going to stop the slide or is the slide going to continue? right? That's why I predicted the 1-1, because what I saw against United, and even what I saw against Karat, wasn't that good. And like Ola said, we gave up 2 goals against bricklayers, against subway workers, you know? And I just feel like I didn't see that coming to an end at Ellen Road. But I was surprised. We came out there and we played our game. The first 15, 20 minutes weren't the best, but, you know, teams are feeling each other out. But overall, with the points, this exactly what we needed was today. I would have much rather have Spurs won, of course, but, you know, the Spurs can't win games, right? They're not a winning side.
Hey,
so.
I'd rather both of them lose. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. But Deji is confused because he wants Frank out so bad. But this gives him some credit in the bank, I guess. But with the game today, I mean, Dominic Salaki's second goal, my God, dude. That was phenomenal scorpion kick goal. And that was off the keeper's hands or whatever, the foot of the defender.
Yeah.
But City, what you guys focusing on City, you know, Mark Gahey and that other Kazakhstani defender who I can't even pronounce his name.
Kuzanov.
Another clown they have in defense. A big clown.
I don't know his name.
Let's be sincere.
I mean, Mark Gahey is a decent player, but the Guzmanov, you know, come on, he's rubbish. Let's be honest.
He's rubbish. Right? Come on, bro.
He's rubbish. Yeah, I mean, come on. So, I mean, you look at players on City's side, they have no plan B. If it's not going to Holland in the 6-yard box or giving him something to run onto where he can like bang it top bins, there's no plan B. Reindeers ain't that good. Phil Foden hasn't scored since like mid-December. You know, Marmouche is going to be gone. You know, Dogu even. I mean,
Dogu is injured. Rodrigo is picking up cards everywhere.
Yeah, you know, and Rodri should have been sent off for that second yellow on Conor Gallagher. I mean, the ref missed that there. He should actually twice. I think he made 2 fouls after his first yellow. I just think this City team is not what they were. They're not what they were. It's too Holland focused. They're trying too hard to get the ball to Holland and expect him to create some sort of, you know, black magic to score, you know, like 4 goals a game. That hasn't happened since Exeter when they put 10-1.
Hey, calling him a robot got to his head, bro. Calling him a robot got to he got to his head, man. He got to his head. Yeah. He's doing the celebration, doing all that robot celebration. He got to his head, bro. Man. Stay humble, eh? Yeah? Stay humble.
Stay humble, Holland. Right?
No. Ola, I'm sorry. Ola, Oregon, I'm sorry, man. I think he has earned the right to act a fool, to be sincere with you. He's won a Champions League. He's won Premier League titles with City. To be very sincere, he's earned the right, and he has been the highest goal scorer in this league that we'll talk about. So he has earned the right to do that, and I don't even see any reason why he should stay humble.
It might have earned the right, but we also been in the suffering. We've earned the right. To say it got to his head, bro. You know what I
mean? He couldn't do it against Newcastle. He didn't do it when they drew 3 games in a row, right? I mean, I just like, and our man Benito's in there. Thank you, Benito. We appreciate your graciousness today. But the thing is, it's obvious that if it doesn't go to Holland, they're pretty empty. I mean, Semenyo's been decent. I think he's got 3 goals and 4, but they had to bring him in because they're not confident of winning the league with Marmouche. They're not confident of winning the league with Foden. They're not confident of winning the league with Cherokee. I mean, Cherokee was dynamic today. Fair enough. And he's going to have good games and bad games. But the fact of the matter is, if it doesn't go to Holland, then it's kind of empty, right? It's kind of empty. And it's not – I don't think Pep feels very secure in what they're trying to do right now. I mean, they're buying this guy, buying that guy, trying to fit, you know, square pegs in round holes right now. However – but they could kick on as well, right? It's one game. We still got 14 games, I think, left to play. But I think this, to be honest, guys, I think this is one more step on the yellow brick road to lifting the trophy. I really do, because we got to look at schedules, right? We got to look ahead. We've got Sunderland at home coming up. I don't know who City or City have. I don't know who Villa has. I'm not worried about Tottenham, but
they have Liverpool. They have Liverpool.
Yeah, there you go. So that's going to be one, because Liverpool absolutely demolished Newcastle yesterday, and Etiteki is looking very much in form.
They got work on their hands in the next fixture.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. So I just think that this weekend was a step forward for us and for May. I really do, because I mean, it could have been 4 points, right? And now we're talking 6s and 7s, whatever the kids do these days, right?
Yeah.
So other than that, man, I'm happy for Deji to be so angry at his own club. It's fantastic, and I think that City aren't the City that scored 100 points. You know, I think they can run out of ideas pretty quickly. But again, there's still 14 more games to play, and they're in the Champions League. So I'm with you, Ola. I got to start putting my money my way out there, put my nuts on the table like you and Kenny can.
Let it all hang. Let it all hang. See, Ola, see. Let's talk about that trip to Ellen Road. I mean, one of the things I discussed with Lee Gunner and Northside was what I call the weapon of mass destruction. I mean, people take a piss at me when I say these things, but see, Ola, these teams, they don't know how to defend against Arsenal set pieces. See, it's no longer a part of our game. It is our game. They don't know how to defend. They don't have any idea whatsoever how to arrange themselves, how to compose themselves, how to position themselves. What I just know is that when that ball gets flinged from that kind of position, from that set piece position, brother, I mean, I have the corner down here.
Corner.
People, I have the corner down here. I need not to explain this thing to him or to any other person. See, the thing there is that these teams, they can't comprehend how we score them. They can't comprehend our arrangement in the box. They're timid. They're afraid. I mean, look at Zubimendi's goal. Completely left alone. No one marking him, bro. In a set piece, bro. Nobody. Man just finds a space for a header. Pam, tap, boom. It's in. Bro, these men are actually scoring goals for us. In that second goal, although it has been corrected by the Premier League, that goal directly from the corner kick that the goalkeeper parried into his net is now being given to Madueke as a goal. So there goes it. Madueke has the first goal this season in the Premier League. Good and okay. But again, with this set pieces here, Ola, we pressure these people to score own goals. Own goals 5 in the Premier League. Bro, Ola, talk about our trip to Ellen Road, my brother, man.
Yeah.
Spit on the mic, bro.
Our trip to Ellen Road was like, Infamous just said just now, it was a potential banana skin. You know what I mean? For the team, it was a potential banana skin. Everybody knows what Leeds has been like at home. Calvin Lewin has picked up form. They're picking up points against everybody that came there. This is, this team took points off of Chelsea, off of United, of all the top teams that's been to Ellen Road. So we know what they're like. They remind me of Sunderland at home. When you have to go away to Sunderland, you're going to have a game on your hands. So for us to get a 9-goal aggregate or in both games against those guys, it's pretty phenomenal. And I've got to give it to Leeds. And this is not to shit on the way they play, but Leeds has always been like this. They're an attacking team. They stand on their principles and they will play their football. This is all the way from when Bielsa was there. They never shied from trying to get on the pitch toe-to-toe with any of the teams that they play, and they lose playing that way, they'll lose playing that way. They've always been like that, and I still see that they're carrying on with the same philosophy. But what got them wrong is the fact that Arsenal is... There's a reason why a lot of teams are parking the bus, are playing low blocks against us, because you open up against us, you're more than likely to get punished for it, right? And for me, look, you mentioned own goal just now, set piece goals just now, and I love all this shit. I love it. I love the fact that we're trying to win this shit ugly way, because for years, for over 2 decades, I had to listen to the mainstream media talk about how we got no spine, how we ain't got no cojones, how we ain't got no stomach, how we ain't got none of this shit, how we ain't got no backbone, right? We're men against boys. That's how they used to talk about us. That's how they looked at us, right?
Fact.
So now when we're out here bullying all these fucking teams and bullying them on set pieces, bullying them to giving away free kicks so we can, I mean, it's crazy. And I love that they're all fucking moaning about it. I love the fact they're all moaning about it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, look at United last week. That was their fucking cup final. Their season's dead. Their fucking season is dead. You know what I mean? All they got is
the league.
All they got is fucking. They ain't even got the league. What they gonna do with the league?
They got no domestics. They got no Champions League.
They ain't even got the league because they ain't doing shit in the league either.
And we shared points with them, bro.
You know what I mean?
Like they got 6 points on us.
Exactly. They didn't take all the points. So for me, I'm just looking at it and thinking to myself, all right, you know what? I'm glad we got all this out of the system now. They're calling us that we're going to be the worst champions that the league is seen. Like, in what world, right? I got it right here. This same Manchester United, because you listen to their fucking legends here, people like Scholes, people like Rio Ferdinand, want to bring their fucking stinking mouth, right? And talk about we're going to be the fucking worst champions. Now, let me tell you something about their fucking club, right? In 96-97 season, they won the league with 75 points. 12 draws, 5 losses. 12 draws, 5 losses. How many draws we got this season?
3 or 4.
3. How many losses we got? 3. Right? They won the league with they won the league with 12 draws and 5 losses. Right? I finished they won the league with 75 points that year. Right? 98-99. They won the league with 13 draws. 3 losses. 13 draws. And they got the nerve to say we're going to be the worst fucking champions. You better go back and look at your fucking records. Because if you're going to start saying shit like that, we can start discrediting all them fucking league titles that you won, that you drew so many and lost so many. You know what I'm trying to say? So leave us alone. Let us win our league title the way we want to win our league title, yeah? Right? Because I ain't hear nobody say, oh yeah, when Liverpool won the fucking COVID fucking title, yeah, it's the worst fucking. There weren't nobody in the fucking stadium. They didn't win it the fucking conventional way. Do you think Liverpool fans care how they won it? They didn't care how they won it. Liverpool fans didn't care how they won it. Right now, we're going to talk about Tottenham. Last season, 17th place, 16th place, or wherever they were when they won the fucking Europa League. Do you think they give a fuck about any of that shit? Like, why should it be? Like, look, this is the one thing I want us all. If there's one thing we're all going to unite on, don't let these motherfuckers gaslight us to say this is the worst fucking Prem fucking champions that we're going to be. It's the only reason they're saying that is because it's us. That's it.
Yep. 100%.
That's it. The only reason they're all saying that is because it's us. If Villa was winning it this way, they'll be loading it up. If fucking City was winning it this way, they're loading it up. Liverpool winning it this way, they're loading it up. United won it that way. Even worse than that, and they loaded it up. Don't let none of them gaslight you, man. Yeah, and tell us we're the fucking worst champions that the league has ever seen, man. It's a fucking load of fucking bollocks. Don't listen to
I'm gonna double down on what Olav just said. Because I mean, we have this clown Man United former podcasters, former Man United legend. They're running their mouths wild. Yeah, all over the papers, all over the YouTube, everywhere. They're all in the videos. I mean, what do you have to say to this clown talking everywhere?
Well, number one, there was no VAR back then. How many goals did United score on Fergie time? How many biases do the refs have to have for Alex Ferguson? Right? We all witnessed it. And he just mentioned it all right there. 13 draws, and you're going to say we're the ones that are causing the ruckus. We're the ones that aren't good enough. Look at the shots on goal. And I want to, look at the shots on goal. Look at the defensive stance. Look at the counterattacking that's good when it works, right? And like Ola said at the beginning of the show, teams are going to drop points. We're not flawless. I mean, and shout out Flawless Sarcasm, right?
Shout out Flawless.
We're not perfect. No one ever said that we're going to be invincible again. No one ever said that we're not going to concede against United or Chelsea or City. No one ever said anything like that. But what I'm saying is, I want to go back a few moments to what Ola said about the corners. Corner, right? Is that it's not just scoring the goals, but what you said, Ola, was true. We're bullying them in the box. We're pushing their players out of the way so we can get that goal, right? It is about the goals at the end of the day, but it's not really the goals because you don't really stand that much of a chance of scoring off set piece corners, right? You have to really be in the positions and bullying the other team. So it's not just like these rivals are giving us flack for, oh, you're scoring on corners. Yeah, we're scoring goals, but we're pushing your defense out of the way to make that happen. We have a set piece coach who's setting us up correctly to push your players out of the way so your players aren't in the important spots that our players
it's on them to stand their ground. It's on them to stand their ground.
Yeah, right. And so don't get mad at us because we figured out a way. Don't get mad at us because we figured out the blueprints for weapons of mass destruction. Don't get mad at us because we have Gabriel Margoulesh, who is a top, probably the best center back in all of Europe, to be honest. Yeah. And in fact, he got my man of the match yesterday. He won about 98% of his aerial duels. He kept Calvert-Lewin in his pocket. He kept all those other scumbag leads in his pocket. Gabriel Margoulesh was my man of the match yesterday. Phenomenal defensive display. Phenomenal. Yeah, right? So when you look at what we have built from the spine of the team is absolutely phenomenal when you leave out Odegaard. Right? You could put Eze in there. Put Eze in there, and now they've even put Gyökeres in there as well because we still have 14 games to play. If he scores 7 goals of 14 out of the rest of 14 games, let's say that's only
we're gonna be all right.
2. That's 1 out of 2, guys, right? And that's still, right. And you're still talking basically 13, 14, maybe 15 goals in the Prem alone. Right, so if you add the 10 that he's got in total, another 7, he's got 17 for the season. That's a phenomenal return rate for a first-year striker out of the Portuguese league. And you know what? We can take those 17 goals, fellas, and we can add it to the 95. So now we're at 112 in 3 seasons. What striker has 112 goals in 3 seasons? Maybe my math's a little bit wrong, but you know what I mean. You can take the goals he's got here and add it to his Portuguese tallies if you want. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, be shameless with it, man. Be shameless with it.
Be shameless with it. Anyone who has seen Oregooner for the first time would think he's the top gooner.
Yeah, he's still playing, bro. It's not like he scored 95 goals at Sporting and then quit and then joined Arsenal and starts from 0. No, he'll have 10 goals in 3 seasons. That's
especially if he wins the league doing it, man. Like, bro.
I know.
But again, should this even be a conversation? You remember the first, out of the 3 challenges we've given in the last 3 seasons. The first one where we played beautiful football, beating these teams out of the park, and we won nothing. Absolutely nothing. Bro, see, I don't care if we have to stink up the place, yeah. I don't care how much of an ugly kind of football, yeah, that we have to play, yeah. I don't care. Provided you win me shiny trophies and armpits are being lifted up later in May, that's all I care about, bro. I mean, see, and people, let's don't act as if we didn't do ugly people. I mean, when we were teenagers, bro. Come on, bro. You know, we do the ugly ones, we do the pretty ones too. So come on, bro. Everything is on the table. Everything is on the table. Everything, bro. Everything is on the table. I don't care. Set pieces, open play goals, everything. We scored 2 open play goals yesterday. Plus 2 set piece goals. I don't care if we mix everything up. I don't care. I don't mind how ugly our football really is right now. Just win me the trophies. That's all I want. Win me the trophy. That's all. It's simple. Win the trophies.
No other fans, rival fans, would be upset because their squad is scoring 5 or 6 goals from set pieces or own goals or whatever it is. Right? What other fan would be upset with that? You think Deji would be upset? Oh my God, Spurs have scored 12 goals from set pieces. No, Maybe drink champagne.
Right.
Like,
Hold on.
Yeah, bro.
Hold-
So this set piece FC. I'm done listening to it. I'm done listening about Owen
Hey.
Goles or whatever the phantom player is we have. And like I said, with Goikarez, it's not like his goal tally stopped the moment he left Sporting Lisbon.
Hey, let's shamelessly celebrate Madueke's goal that's just been awarded to him, brother. Let's get shameless about that shit, my boy. Yeah, let's get shameless with that shit, my boy. Yeah. How about Noni Madueke scoring directly from the fucking corner? Hey, I was happy with the own goal. I ain't gonna lie. I was happy with the own goal, right? And for set piece and own goal, they combined together and they found the goal. Okay, but now they did the math, they did the calculation, they checked the angles, they saw, oh, you know what? Nani's been putting in work in the league. You know what?
That was already over the line.
Yeah, let's credit him with that shit. Let's credit him with that shit, but that's Nani's goal, bro. That's Nani's goal.
That's Nani's goal.
Let me ask you guys a question. If for Goikarez's goal, does Saka make that cross or does he attack the defender?
Oh yeah, 100%. Saka attacks the defender. He doesn't make that cross.
And fluffs it up, cocks it up, huh?
Bro, the Kairat game and Leeds game is the most service I've seen Gyökeres receive in an Arsenal shirt.
With no Saka.
Let's talk about it.
No Saka, no Odegaard, and that's the most assist, the most service, not the most assist, but the most service that I've seen him receive in a match. And if this guy, because look, I've been critical of him. I'm not going to sit down here and say I've been backing Gyökeres the whole time, because I haven't. I've been on his fucking neck. Bro, I was starting to get sick of it. You know, people were coming at me yesterday say, oh yeah, you know, he's scoring this, that, and the other. I say, yeah, he's scoring and he's doing all of that, but I want to see consistency. I want to see this guy really fucking start picking up the league and handling and, you know, and being amongst the best strikers that's around the Premier League. So for me, what we brought him in for, I'm not going to give a fish a medal for swimming. Like, that's your job to swim. Swim, bro. Like, you know what I mean? How you going to expect a medal for swimming, man, when that's all you're meant to do? So, Gyökeres, your only job, I don't care what you get involved with, your only job is to put the ball in the back of the net. And if I see you doing that, trust me, you wouldn't hear a beep from me. And so far, six GAs, 6 games or whatever is on right now.
4 out of 6.
I'm happy with that consistency. I want that to keep going on, especially this side of the season that we're at. We need that we just need him to keep churning goals, because goals will win us games, and our defense is gonna get us to the promised land. But we need goals to make that really happen, man. So yeah, man, Gyökeres, I like the fact that I'm seeing him, chipping in with goals now on a more regular basis. And when he's not doing it, the likes of Jesus is chipping in. The likes of some of the other players on the team, the Gabriels, the Salibas, the Rices, they're all gonna put in their 2 pences and try and make it, what it is. And yeah, man. So far, I'm proud of the boys, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm proud of the boys, man.
Big ups to BK Sports. First of all, big ups to Drew Gunners. Never forget my
BBK.
brother, the chief graphic guy of my channel. Always down here with me, my bro. Big up
Salute to you, Drew, man.
BBK Sports. It dropped the $2 seed, bro. You have to drop that tax, my friend. How about that? I told you we're winning this league, but I mean, it all sounded crazy. But right now, we're on road to win that treble. How about that, bro? Our show comes up next week, me and BBK Sports. Check that one out. I'll go down to his channel and, I'll take a pop. I'll laugh just a little bit. But see, Oregon let's chew into this one, yeah? In the Champions League, Jesus scores, Gyökeres scores. This weekend, Gyökeres scores, and then I don't know what happened. Jesus just came on. What a banger! What a banger! Yeah. Bro, are you now seeing that maybe towards the end of the season, yeah, that these two will come in handy. If two of them are scoring goals, isn't it the competition that that we all want to see? Aren't you enjoying this competition?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You and I have talked about this a few weeks ago about the competition between the strikers and the wingers, et cetera, right? I know we talked about this on your show. Yeah, I think the competition's there, but I think that each striker, meaning Jesus and Gyökeres, they know their role, right? They know their role. Gyökeres, I think, okay, Jesus is going to start today. Jesus understands that Gyökeres is going to start. We just bought him. He's literally getting back in rehabilitation in a way to complete match fitness. I don't think he's 100%, but you see signs there that he's up for it, bro. I think that Jesus has not only wanted to come back from injury, but wanted to have that other right-hand man that can take some of the load off of him as well. You know what I mean? I don't think I don't think Jesus is under any impression that he has to do it all or that he's going to do it all. Right, but it's nice to have two goal scorers. One we know has been struggling, right? Who's now starting to hit form, meaning Gyökeres, and one that kind of got crocked when he wasn't struggling and now is coming back into form as well. So I think that there's that friendly competition that you talked about, Tony, which I agree with. But I want to go back to the show we did with Ola. Gyökeres competition isn't Jesus; it's fucking Holland. Remember saying that, Ola? Remember saying that?
Yeah. I mean, Ola said it. Ola said it. I mean, you guys know me. I give it to the Ola said it, bro. Ola said it, bro.
Yeah, Ola said that his competition is Holland, and right now, I mean, Holland doesn't really look to be doing much, But but we know that the service is there from City to Holland. We still question the service. I think, in my opinion, I still question the service that Gyökeres is going to get week in and week out. We have to play the game to see, right? We have to see what the setup is week in and week out.
Right. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this now, real quick, because when you say you question the amount of service Gyökeres is going to get moving on, do you think Arteta took heed from what Gyökeres? Because if you listen to Gyökeres' interview in this after the Kairat game, and he said the first half was phenomenal. We're having a brilliant game. Second half came. Obviously, we make a halftime sub. We brought Odegaard in, and he said himself, second half was ass. Second half was shit. You know what I mean? He didn't say in those words, but he really meant that, because you could tell with that interview. Now, do you think Arteta's taking heed of what his striker is coming out and saying in interviews and saying, hey, listen, from when we got to second half, everything just looked like this. And then obviously Arteta made a significant change going into the Leeds game by dropping Odegaard. Do you think in his mind, I need to start getting players that will create for this guy? Because like I said in that Kairat game, the first half, that link up with Kai Havertz and Gyökeres, that looks clean, bro. It's the most service I've seen him had all season. Speak on it, Dow.
Yeah, 100%. I think that Arteta took the interview, maybe took the words from the interview, but he also took the data, right?
Yeah.
He took the tape. He took the iPad. He took whatever data he could get. And you can see it. We saw it in the United game. We saw it in the Forest game. Odegaard ain't it, fellas.
No.
We all know this. I'm not anything new. Odegaard ain't it, right? He just ain't it. I mean, I've said before, Dortmund is a perfect place for him. Go to Bayern Munich, go wherever you need to go. But
I heard Bayern is coming for him. For about 80 million euros. 80 million euros. It commands a big fee.
If you waste that much money on him, go right ahead. I'd put it right into my pocket. But the thing is that I think Arteta realized that here we are with a $65 million striker that we are not getting service to. In fact, it's like when Odegaard's out there, he avoids the through ball. He avoids looking for Gyökeres through the channels. He avoids passing the ball through the lines, right? And so he plays the safe option every time to Saka. And let's be honest, Saka's playing the safe option as well, right? Saka, and I agree with, like I said before, that question. Saka does not make that cross that Martinelli did. No. Saka will challenge that defender. Then by that time, the defense is set. The run has already been made by Gyökeres, and he's left standing there like a zit on the donkey, bro. I just don't. I think that Arteta now is kind of realize. I think it's finally dawned on him, like Ola was saying, that we need to be more striker centric. We need to go back of who we are as identity of Thierry Henry, Bergkamp, RVP, Adebayor, Giroud, Aubameyang, Alan Smith, Ian Wright. Right, the list goes on. That's what I've said before in other shows, is that we are a striker centric club. We're known for having some of the best strikers in all of world football in the last 15 to 25 years. Right, so why should we change that up for a rookie manager who hasn't won us anything, but still comes out with a game plan not to give our striker service? I think there's been a reverse psychology now, because what we've seen in the last 3 or 4 matches from what Gyökeres is beginning has been absolute dog shit. I'm sorry, from Liverpool to United, were not good performances. The data speaks for itself, and I've also said the other day on with BBK and TJ, overall, Havertz overall is just a better player than Odegaard. That might sound crazy to some, right? But when the rubber hits the road, he's just a better player. He's taller, he's stronger, he's faster. He can still pick a pass. It doesn't have to be waving hair and tiki-taki with his heels and inside the foot, spinning around. Right? Havertz doesn't really do that. He only spins around when he has to.
He doesn't spin around. He's direct. He's direct because he want to get the ball out.
No, he's talking about Odegaard.
Odegaard ain't it, bro. I mean, Havertz.
I know.
Specifically, but to Ola's question, I think Arteta has turned a page. The data speaks for itself, and that if we can get this guy more service, the goals will come. The goals will come, but the service has to be there. Like a fish doesn't get a medal for swimming. No, Gyökeres isn't going to get a medal for doing his job, but it requires the other fish to swim in the school of fishes to make that one fish the leader, right?
All of that, everything you just said there, dog. I like it. I like that one there, man.
Big up, Oregoongooner, because Ola, what I was picking up from there was his comparison between Havertz and Odegaard. Odegaard is more direct. Yeah, he's direct. He doesn't have to spin. He doesn't have to do all those cross turns and all that bullshit. I mean, just because
hold on. Did you just say to me Odegaard is more direct? In what role is Odegaard?
No, Havertz. No.
Oh, right. Okay.
Havertz. I know you want to attack the radio guy. I know.
I heard that. I was like, what? Odegaard is more direct? What role is this guy more direct?
Because Oregon was trying to make a direct comparison between both of them. I was agreeing with him. But this is one for you, Ola, this is one for you since you want to throw bullets. Ola, see, we're having problems with Bukayo Saka. His form has dwindled. We've just given this brother, a new deal of $350 a week. But you know what, everything translates to nearly $400K per week. This is the reality of the situation. His GA has dropped. His assist ratio dropped. His goals ratio dropped. I mean, you can see his overall gameplay dropped. Fitness issues has crept into his game now. We're now having lots of problem with him physically, with his fitness levels. This is the thing. When you saw Madueke tie up his laces, in the Champions League, came again against Leeds, and gave 2 assists. Do you now think that Madueke should actually be playing more games than Bukayo Saka? Because I believe in this bench system, Odegaard benched against Leeds. I mean, he's coming back, he's giving an assist to Gabriel Jesus. I want to see that urgency, that competition. What do you want to see in that space with Bukayo Saka and Madueke?
For me, it's always been about competition for me. My thing with Saka is for him to realize you're not the only one at the club. That's all. You're not always going to get your name on the team sheet just because you're fit. I needed a player that's going to come to the team and really show, hey, you know what? On a day that you're not pulling your socks up, then I'm going to play my game and give the manager something to think about. And the thing that I really, really like about Madueke's game, and the end product is not really been there, especially in the league, but it will come, right? The chaos that Madueke causes when he's running at players, when he's running at teams, is kind of crazy still. And I like the fact that he's not scared. He's not scared to take on players. He's not scared to put the ball in. Like he's not scared to embarrass other defenders just to try and get that crossing. And he's gonna keep trying and trying and trying. And look, Madueke, from what I heard about him, he ain't come to be Saka's backup. That's what I heard. Yeah, that was his mindset. That was his mindset coming to the club. That I ain't coming here to be nobody's backup. I'm coming here to challenge him for that fucking spot. And so far, every time I've seen him on the field of play, yeah, he had one or two bad games, but for the most part, I like what I'm seeing from him. And maybe it's because Saka's style of game is become a little bit tired aesthetically. Yeah. Right? Because maybe it's because it's been a bit tired aesthetically, and I'm not really feeling what I'm watching them. And I don't want to blame Saka alone for how Saka has been playing. And I'll explain why. We've seen Saka go from this explosive, dynamic player to a player that kind of plays within himself, almost playing like a prisoner, right? And that's what's happened to Eze, in case you haven't noticed it. Because these guys are free spirits when they're on the fucking pitch. But right now, you can see they're playing on instructions. They're playing in the system. And the system is kind of is hindering what these guys love to do. You know, like when Wenger used to have players like this. He just tell, bro, go and go out there and express yourself. Go out there and express yourself. That's not the instructions that Arteta is giving these players. He's not telling them to go out there and express themselves. They have to play in a system. They have to play a certain way. They got to play in certain zones. They got to play in a particular way that Arteta want them to because Arteta loves control, right? And a manager that loves control is not going to be a big fan of flair players. And even if you got them flair players, he's going to kill or dim that flair a little bit because he wants control over flair. Flair is a risk, right? Flair players, all they do is risk. And it's entertaining to watch. The reason why other players are saying that we're boring is because we control. We control the game. We control players. We control what they do on the field of play. So that's why I don't want to kill Saka too much, because we know Saka's got that talent in there. You see him when he plays for England, right? He's a totally different player. When he plays for England, he runs them ragged when he's out playing for England. I get worried. Like, please don't run him into the fucking ground, because Saka wants to do that when he plays for it. But in the Arsenal team, he's got to play in a certain system, right? And I'm not out here saying, yeah, you know what, Saka shouldn't have done better in some of the games that he's played in. But I don't just want to show that all the blame on him, because we've seen it happen to other players. We've seen it. It's happening to Eze right now, right? Some of the flair players that we've seen under Arteta, the likes of Pepe and all these guys, like he just dims them out, bro. Like Arteta does not like flair players. It's the proof is in the pudding. So. You know, for me, I think Saka is working within a system that's effective for what Arteta wants him to do. And if this is what he likes to see, then so be it. But in my opinion, I don't think it's down to Saka on his own. I think he's playing on instructions. I think just look at the amount of time it takes us to take a corner. It takes us to take a fucking throw-in. Those are instructions. These guys aren't just doing it. Like, even the commentators talk about it all the time. Like, look how long it takes Arsenal just to take a corner. But there's the method to the madness, right? For the reason why we take it so fucking long to take set pieces. But in the end, the reasons are there and the results are there to back it up. So, hey, I don't want to kill Saka too much, but I'm also with it in terms of you can see his game's changed. Like, we're not getting the output from him. We're not getting the goals from him. We're not getting all those sort of things from Saka. And yeah, I truly feel That's partly down to the system, down to the injuries that is had, and we got to manage his career a bit better, in my opinion. I think we got to manage his career a bit better. And people will say, yeah, 350 grand. I mean, you definitely managing his career. That's his bank account. I'm talking about his career on the pitch. We might, you know what I mean? That's his bank account. That's his separate. His career on the pitch, we definitely got to look after that a little bit better.
See, Oregon Ola will be leaving anytime now to his own show. He has a
I go 5 more. I go 5 more minutes.
My 5 more minutes. Okay.
Yeah, my
just
fighters
before
wait.
You go,
just before
you go, Ola. See, just before you go, Arsenal face Chelsea in the Carabao Cup game. Yeah.
Operation Save the Cups.
Keynotes. We need the cup, people. I want it all. I want a treble, quadruple. I want it all, people. I want it all. Ola,
Hey,
do you want it
hungry.
all? What do you expect to see against Chelsea this coming midweek?
Brother, I heard Saliba say after, I think it was after the Inter Milan game or something like that. I heard Saliba say, last season, it still hurt me because I look in my pocket and my pocket is empty. This season, that's what Saliba said. I look in my pocket and my pockets are empty.
He said it.
Yeah, I want to fill my pockets with medals this season, bro. Yo, that brother said, I check my pockets, man. They fuck all there. They're empty, right? So this is where we got to now turn our attentions into the Chelsea game, and we've come back at the right time. We've come back with this Leeds game, with the Kairat win, good momentum going into this Chelsea game. And look, Chelsea's going to have a lot of players back that was missing in that first leg. So we need to be on our P's and Q's, but I do believe we have one foot in Wembley. And I tell you right now, if this City that I saw today is who we're going to see in Wembley, my boy, yeah? If this City that I saw today is who we're going to see in Wembley, bro, we need to start racking up these medals, bro. We need to start putting, you know what I mean, start putting some trophies back in the cabinet. These players, they've been together for a while now. They want to win together, and if they get this first medal across the line in the Carabao Cup, who knows what floodgates? You know, when you score that first goal, and then the floodgates open. Who know what floodgates will open with winning that Carabao Cup? And that's the one thing I've been wanting for this club for so fucking long. Go and take it seriously, like Pep always did, like Jose always did. All those times they took the League Cup seriously, because it's a chain reaction for what they're gonna win next and how hungry those players are gonna be. So yeah, I want us to take it so seriously. I want us to put out our strongest team against Chelsea. Yeah, I want Raya in goal. I want Gyökeres up top. I want Saliba and Gabriel centre back. I want Timber on the pitch. I want Calafiori. Bro, I want Declan Rice. I want Zubimendi. Bro, I want everybody, all our first team players on the field of play for that fucking game, bro. You know what I mean?
Oregon Gunner, do you want the main cost in that game against Chelsea? Do you want it all? All our best players. You want them to play in that game against Chelsea?
Yes. And then I want the manager sacked in the summer. No, I want it all. Yes, of course. I want it all. But I agree 100% with Ola. The winning of the Carabao Cup will build momentum for the rest of the season. 100%. 100%. As Saliba's pockets won't be empty, so we'll be wanting more trophies in his pocket once we win the Carabao Cup. And I think we're going to win that game 2-0, Tony. I think we're going to win that game 2-0. And if the city from today shows up, we can do them as well. But my only issue with that is, does Arteta believe we can do them as well in a final? Right? Because when we play City, we put the handbrake on. When we played Liverpool, we had the handbrake on. When we played United in the second half, we had the handbrake on. When we played Forest, we had the handbrake on. So I think we're going to make it to the final, right? But I also talked about a bit with Wallace the other day. I know we can go in there with two mentalities. One mentality is we don't lose and we go through, which I don't agree with, because to me, if we go in there with that mentality, that's when mistakes happen. If we concentrate too much not to lose, mistakes happen. Firat, penalty, 8th minute, right? If we concentrate too much on not making mistakes and not to concentrate too much on not losing, to me, from this Arsenal, that's when the mistakes creep in. But if we go out there to absolutely bash them off the field like we did Leeds, then we go on and win, because that means we have the winning mentality and not the loser mentality, or the avoidance of losing mentality, right? Because I think if you have that mentality, that's when Chelsea can jump on you. That's when United and Liverpool can jump on you, right? So I'm with Ola and you, Tony, 100%. I want to lift the quadruple this season, and we have the squad now to do that, right? And I got to say, we will look better doing that without Saka and Odegaard. I think we will do that. We will get to those dreams better without playing Odegaard and Saka.
And I agree with you, because even Nodgaard is even having, he's having good displays. He's even better than Odegaard. I'm shocked. I saw him against Kairat Almaty, and I'm like, oh my God. So we have this kind of player here, and we're taking up the plates with someone like Odegaard, trying to shoehorn him into this midfield. Nodgaard had great interceptions. Yeah, going forward, of course, I know he's not, the kind of guy who used to go forward. But again, that's why we have Declan Rice down there. We can even tuck in Eze. Eze in that number 10 causes more damage than Odegaard. And again, Ola, do you think Eze will feel hard done knowing that Odegaard is being dropped and Kai Havertz just comes in and takes that position?
Look, it's a difficult one with Eze, and I say that because of of my initial point of Eze being a flair player. Because let's face it, Arteta didn't really want him. You know what I mean? Eze was just a market opportunity, bro. Arteta didn't really want him. He didn't really want him. You know what I'm trying to say? And for me, big up yourself, Paul. For me, I think that's probably one of the things that we're seeing happening with Eze right now. And I feel like because of the control that we want, is limiting Eze's playing time. And even not just his playing time, it limits Eze himself as a player when he's on the field of play. When he's actually on the pitch going about his business, we don't really see the Eze that we saw gliding past players, at Crystal Palace. I haven't seen that Eze since the Tottenham game. The Crystal Palace game, I was at that game. I went to watch that game live. Shout out to my bro Mike. I went to watch that game, and you look at that, and even in that game, he scored us the only goal, but it didn't really move heaven and earth in that game either. You know what I mean? The goal opportunity came, Eze took it, he scored the only goal, which is what I wanted that day. I said, boy, I want us to beat Crystal Palace 1-0, and I want Eze's goal to be the only goal. And lo and behold, it fucking happened. I was fucking buzzing that day. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, we've not really seen much from Eze. And maybe, before the end of the season, with all the competitions that we're in, we're going to see more of him, especially in the league. Outside of the league, Eze does feature. He does feature outside of the league, but in the Premier League, he's not featured as much. So maybe next season, maybe we're going to see more of Eze in the team. Look, Eze is a fantastic player, and it pains me to see that he's playing in a system team, and we're not seeing that flair. Because when you look at what Olise is doing in Bayern Munich, Eze's former teammate, you look at Olise and how he's tearing it up over there, bro. Every time I see this brother, he's using skills. And this is what I'm trying to say when we're talking about flair players that love to take risk. If you guys cast your mind back to Alexis Sanchez, when we had Alexis Sanchez, right? Cast your mind back to how many times Alexis Sanchez used to lose the ball, and we will go back in packs, hunt the ball down and give it right back to him, because we know Alexis Sanchez is going to do something with the ball eventually. Well, that was our whole play, right? We get the ball, give it back to Alexis. Alexis tries something, he'll lose it. We'll go back and get it and give it back to him. That's how it was. That's, you know what I mean? That's what, and that's how you appreciate flair players. You gotta have those type of players that's willing to work back, get the ball and give it back to him. You know what I'm trying to say? But we right now, we're in a system team, and that's not going to work. That's not going to work for somebody like Eze. So he's got to build another way. Just like Gyökeres has got to adjust into playing how we want to play, right? Because it's not going to have all those spaces like he used to get in Portugal. It's not going to have them here. And Gyökeres is going to have to adjust to how we play, right? So the same thing is going to have to go with Eze. He's going to have to adjust, but I just hope that adjusting doesn't kill his whole playing style, because I love Eze and how he goes about his business when he plays football.
Okay, see, people, we have to go in less than 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute to answer this final question, and then we leave here. See, Alvarez has been linked to this football club. Oregon Gooner, your thoughts on Alvarez being linked to this football club? Do you want to see him come down to this football club? Ola, answer that question also, and let's be on our way. Oregon Gooner, take it up from there.
Yes, bring him in. I think that he is going to replace Gabriel Jesus. And I've heard mentioned that we were looking at getting rid of Jesus and Martinelli and cash for him as well, is what I even read that, I think, this morning. So, yeah, I think that Jesus, as well as he's in form right now, has spent some time at the club. He's going to be 29 years old, I think, this year. And, you know, thank you very much. Here's a check. Here's a bonus check and a handshake. But Alvarez will take us up another level. You know, it's kind of, he's in my top 5 to bring in. I don't think he'd be my number 1 right now, but yeah, he's World Cup winner, goal scorer for City, goal scorer at Atletico Madrid. I think he's fallen off a bit at Madrid, but he's still scored important goals against Real. So that goes a long way, man. But yeah, bring him in. I think he suits our style of play. You know, but I wonder if 100 million though is he really worth that, right? But I guess in this market probably so. But yeah, bring him in. I'm all for it.
Yeah, man. I can't agree with you more, man. I think it's all about getting quality players in between the squad now. This squad of players that we have right now, it's all about bringing in quality after quality. You know what I mean? Into this team. And we see City do it for so many years, and they don't even pay top rack dollars for the quality players that they bring in. Look at this Ryan Sharkey that they brought in. What, 20 something million? You know what I mean? Damn near 30 million they paid for that boy, right? Doku 50 million. Like they get all these wicked players, but they don't really pay top dollars.
I mean, average prices.
Average prices, right?
Bro.
But when you're a good team, when you're a team that's dominating in Europe, you don't get to pay them big dollars. You know what I mean? Right. Because the players just want to come play for you anyways. They take pay cuts to come play for you. We see with Gyökeres, right? They will take pay cuts to come play for you. But we need to be that team. We need to be recognized and perceived as that club. You need to be that guy. You know what I mean? And these players will come. And if we're able to do it this season and pick up a couple trophies, especially the big ones, we're gonna have the world at our feet, man. With all these players coming to eat out of our hands, I promise you. You know, so bring in Alvarez, man, and that's what we need: quality players in and around the squad. Quality.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the show. Oregon Gooner, talk to these people. What do you have coming up? Let's know what you got coming up, my bro. Where can they find you?
I'll see if I get some links for some shows later today. Maybe I'll hop on with Don C if he's listening. Shout out Don C. He's doing
shout out Don C. Brother.
I'm very happy for the weekend's results. Extremely happy. And like I said, this is one more. I think we just made a step forward today, fellas. I really do, because this is what we've needed. We've needed both teams to drop points. And 6 points above City. Is it really that safe? We'll see. We'll see, right? We can only look to the future, but not much else going up. Tony, thanks for having me on, and bless up, Ola. Good to see you, my brother. And big up everyone in the chat. And Tony, maybe we'll do a show or something this week if I got the time away from work.
Definitely.
And thanks again. Good seeing you guys, and big up the chat.
Yeah, man. Big up to Oregon Gooner, our brother all the time. And again, my brother Oregon Gooner, I started a show with BBK Sports. So, that's a great one for all you neutrals out there. That's a very, very great show to go watch. Oregon Gooner and BBK Sports, of course, is down there with the American Idiot Show. But I mean, I like it better with my brother BBK Sports. How about that? How about that? Take that to the bank. My brother Ola, talk to these people. What do you got coming up? I mean, Ola, you've been a busy man since last weekend, bro. I mean, lots of fights, lots of stuff. Tell us what's going on with the channel, bro.
Man.
Talk to us, bro.
Yeah, we was out last night watching Alexander Volkanovski defend his title against Diego Lopez. Put an ass whooping on him. That was a really good fight. I also did a watch along on Stevenson, Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, and that was another great fight. We watched Shakur Stevenson coming up from another division to be a 4-time world champion. I mean, this thing is unheard of what this guy has been doing with his career, man. Fantastic fighter. So people, yeah, man, come check us out on the Fight Week show. We're going to be doing some recaps on there. We're going to be bringing a couple of fighters onto the channel. I'm going to do some recording with one of them that's got a fight coming up very soon. Shout out to my boy Adrian Sanchez and of course Terrence Balelo, the Black Panther. All these guys are phenomenal fighters, and they fuck with the Fight Week show heavy, man. And on top of that, before I come out of here, the one thing I'm going to say to Arsenal fans from this point on, let's control the controllables. If we control whatever's not in our control, we can't do nothing about it. Yeah, don't lose your sanity. Let's just control what we can control, and that's the game in front of us. That's it. The game in front of us is what we can control. Let's control the controllables, people. That's all I got to say. You know what I mean? Salute to you, Tony, my boy in Famous Dal. Big up to you, Oregon Goon. Big love every single time we sit together and talk football. I love working with you guys, man. Salute. Big love.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, people, you've heard it all. Let's control. Oregon Gooner, I've said it also. We need the full main cost against Chelsea. It's all about the trophies, people. All about the trophies. Go subscribe to Oregon Gooner's channel, yeah, people. Subscribe to the at the Fight Week show, people. Yeah, many things coming up. Many other shows they'll be doing later on, people. It is what it is, people. Next weekend, I catch you guys soon. Me and Ola are back rocking. Yeah, we're back rocking steady now. So catch us next Sunday with me and Ola. If he has the time, definitely we should be back. Man, definitely will be back this week also. So catch us up on that. I'll be doing that Chelsea watch along because, of course, anytime Chelsea have the opportunity to get an ass whipping, I'll be down here. We will be there. From me, Ola Oregon Gooner, we are out, people. Have a great weekend. Have a great week, people. Peace.